Hello, welcome to Sage Circle. My name is Amythyst and I'm in Australia. Today I'm going to pick a pile or pick a card specifically for people that are in separation with their soulmate, their twin flame, their life partner, your soul flame, your mirror flame. There's lots of different names for a twin flame. And generally I like to steer clear of doing the twin flame readings because there's an influx on the internet. It's very overwhelming, not for me, but as an overall collective. It's bountiful. There's just so many messages coming out. But I kept waking up all through the night. Spirit was nudging me, all night, telling me I needed to get up today and do a, sorry, I keep bumping the camera, do a pick a pile specifically for people in separation, and that you're in separation. You actually know that the person that you're inquiring about is your life partner or your soulmate or your twin flame or what have you, but you have to be in separation for this reading. It won't, you can watch it if you're not in separation, but it's kind of pointless. Okay, so we have two piles. You know, I like to do the two piles until I can get more memory space or a better camera or what have you for readings. I will only be doing the two piles because I'm limited with the time frame I've got. So we've got two piles. The first pile, redhead, that could mean something to you, is a box of matches. And the second pile is this nice piece of wood. I love it. It's solid. So what I will be doing is going through the information in the already pre-shuffled cards, and then I'll be shuffling and pulling from here on camera. So, pile one, messages from your divine masculine. Now, this is for your divine masculine in particular. I'm using these cards specifically because I don't have the feminine ones finished. It's taken longer. I am a twin flame myself, and my twin flame and I are both aware that we're twin flames, and we are also in separation. I don't know how much longer for. It's getting closer, union, but I just want to point out that union doesn't necessarily mean, baby carriage, picket fence, house, car, wedding ring. That's not the depiction of union, and it really gets drummed around the world that's what a union represents. It doesn't represent that. A union could just be having contact, just be being in contact, just slowly picking up the pieces, slowly sifting through what you have both been through on your journey. And it could just be friends for 6 months or a year, or friends with benefits and just really low key energy like that, just catching up once a month and having a few messages or a few calls through the week or what have you. It doesn't mean that, when you come into union, that you're going to actually be, it's going to be gung-ho straight into a relationship. It may for some, but I like to try and keep it realistic. Okay, enough banter. First pile, box of matches. Right, let's see. Now, I'll be speaking as the divine masculine, and these cards are purely where he's at in his life and in his journey and what he's going through. So, first card says, healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. Okay, so I think that, sorry, it's not focusing properly. I think that the divine masculine has actually just come through a little dark night of the soul. And I don't think, or a tower moment. Now, I don't think necessarily this was a huge epic tower moment. He's already been through a couple this year. But I think this was just a little test, a little self-test, a little mirror image from the universe back to himself, just testing where he's at. But it says here, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. He is really aware now that he needs to be happy. He's really aware now that self-pity or resonating in an energy that isn't vibrating in the right space for him is not healthy for him. It's making him unhealthy. So he's making healthier choices, and that could include food, friends, work, money, sex. He might be one of those people that are on the town, hooking up with everything with left, right, and center. But at the end of the day, he is lonely and he is aware that he's missing something in his life. Now, if your twin flame knows that or your divine masculine, and it could be a female as well being a divine masculine, but if your DM is aware that you exist, he knows exactly who you are in the flesh. This has been quite difficult for him, more so than a twin flame that isn't aware who their person is, because there's a different sense of longing. There's no goal. There's no point of contact, if that makes sense. So he's making some healthy choices. DM wants you to know, they've been refusing to see. So even though they're aware of what's going on, they know that they're a twin flame, they might know the terminology, but they are aware. They've come through so much. Look at this sky open in the background and the shining light, the guiding light from spirit. Their third eye, and their soul star chakra is wide open right now. Spirit has been nudging them in a fierce way to get them to start looking at the situation, start seeing it. They know that there's somebody out there for them. They know they're not fully whole when it comes to their emotional space, but at the same time, they've done a lot of work on themselves to bring themselves back to wholeness, because some people never get into union, ever. Some people never, ever achieve union. And that's a hard lesson to live with, I suppose. But at the same time, you can't feel empty by not seeing what's going on around you. Healthier choices. He has been refusing to see. He has been refusing to see that he's complete without his soul mate or his twin flame there with him. And Spirit's like, yoo-hoo, wakey wakey, hands off snakey. Okay, I love this card, win or lose. Okay, so the DM wants you to know that regardless of the choices that they've made, they've decided to make some decisions. They have their sword, it's like Excalibur, it is firmly in the ground, and they're going, right, regardless of what the decision is, regardless of whether I win or lose, I've made the choice. They've made a choice now to win or lose. It doesn't matter what the result is. To them at this point, their result is just that they've come out of the refusing to see phase and they've made some healthier choices. So it's a win or lose situation. It's a 50-50 for them at the moment. But their mindscape, they're open. Spirit has nudged them. They're saying the clock is ticking. So they're actually prepared with the outcome. They're prepared that the outcome could be a win or a lose. These little cards are mine, and they're omen cards. So basically they're old style, gypsy information. So you might see bells around, or you might hear bells, and that is an omen. And it's an omen of endings, of angels, and of supernatural. So again, there's a win or lose situation. He's been refusing to see, or they have been refusing to see. They're coming out of that. They've made some healthy choices. There's been some endings, and the angels are really nudging them. Spirit's really nudging them in their headspace to step out. It's supernatural. They're going to be feeling supernatural. They may be feeling super strength, superhuman, super sexual, super hungry, super tired, or perhaps super amounts of energy. That's spirit. That is the universe. That is spirit nudging them to start stepping forward. They're giving them the strength that they need to make some changes. The next one is hair. This reminds me of Samson and Delilah, or more so Samson, like his hair is his life, it's his strength. No hair is not strengthful. And this is the omen, which if you're thinking about getting a haircut, or you're having dreams about hair, or you found some hair in the shower, you think, oh my God, that's a lot of hair. Whatever your hair situation is, it's an omen to come from a place of strength, energy, and virtue. Your divine masculine is coming from a place of strength, energy, and virtue. And you mightn't see it because you're in no contact. It doesn't mean that they're not building up the energy and the strength. As this card said, making healthy choices. They've got the strength. They've got the energy. They've got the virtue now. Virtue is also a level of angel as well. So they might be in the midst, speaking of angels. This card says here, universal lessons of life. It says oneness. We are all equal in divine oneness. Exactly. So the divine masculine, as I was saying earlier, is starting to realize that they don't need to have somebody in their life to feel complete, that we are all one together, that we are all one collective. And it's not just about twin flames. It's everybody on the planet. Every soul is linked together with an energy. We all resonate at an energy. It doesn't mean we're at the same energies, but it's all one divine wholeness. And he's really realizing that now, that he doesn't need to have the flash car, the extra money, the cool shoes, the good sunglasses or whatever to feel like he is equal to others. He's now understanding that coming from a place of minimal effect is actually having more of an effect. Angel card blessings. Naked truth. Yeah. The Divine Masculine says, have the courage to be honest about who you are. Be proud and speak truthfully. This is a little mantra for them right now. Even though it's a woman in the background, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, some Divine Masculines are getting hoity-toity with other women. Don't even let that affect you right now, because it's all part of the growth. They're aware. They're aware. Naked truth. So they might be in a situation, they might be dating somebody to try to avoid the reality of being in a twin flame situation. Maybe it's very overwhelming for them. And they could have this beautiful person in front of them. And I mean, this person could be beautiful in and out. There could be nothing wrong with this person. They could be really well connected. And he's looking at them going, but something's missing. But it's not such and such. Or I don't feel full. Or why? What is wrong with me? You know? And this is what it's about. Have the courage to speak. To be honest about who you are, be proud and speak truthfully. He's realizing now. Again, the other card says refusing to see. Spirit's lifted that veil. Your crystal. The crystal for this particular pile for their Divine Masculine is Epidote, and it says go deeper. This looks like a marijuana nugget to me. I don't smoke weed, by the way. But yeah, that's when I first saw it. I thought, what the hell? But yeah, so it's Epidote. Okay, so it says go deeper. So your Divine Masculine has been digging deeper. They've gone right inside themselves. And I'm actually thinking that you might have been doing the same thing. Maybe you've been doing some cord cutting. Maybe you've been doing some meditations. Maybe you've been drinking a lot more water. Maybe you've just been trying to ground and go deeper within yourself. Maybe you're trying to make peace with the fact that, you know, the contact may never happen. And that's the reality. It's a win or lose situation. It's a 50-50 opportunity, and you just have to make peace with that. Go deeper and pull on your resources. Now, I mark this section here. It says, are you holding yourself back from creating deeper relationships? Do you allow yourself to be vulnerable? What can you do differently to open up to those around you? The affirmation for your DM at this time is, I open my heart to loving connections. So basically, this is where he's at. He's starting to realize the naked truth. He's starting to realize that he is actually hindering his own reality when it comes to relationships. And it doesn't just start with one relationship. Obviously, the ultimate goal is union. But at the same time, he needs to be in union, not just with one person in his life. He's got to make peace with his family or their family. They've got to make peace with their own decisions, with ex-wives or husbands or lovers or baby mamas or dads or whatever. So, you know, these are, channeled messages from Divine Masculine. Pull that one out, that one out, that one out. Okay, guys, really calm the farm. Probably way too much. We don't have 3 hours to do. Oh, God. Okay, fine. Thanks, guys. Okay, the first one that flew out, it says, we're at the pinnacle of our journey. Exactly. So he's aware that something big and something major is coming. Again, if your other counterpart, if your twin flame isn't aware that they're actually a twin flame, or even if they are, they know something big's coming. We're at the pinnacle of our journey. So you've mirrored this person, and I really hate that industry talk, but you've reflected back to them what they reflected back to you. It's like the law of attraction. It really is, but it's a real pinpointed law of attraction. So he wants you to know that you're at the pinnacle of your journey. He says, thank you, or they say, thank you for the lessons. They've said, do you recognize me too? Do you recognize parts of yourself in them and vice versa? On a spiritual plane, people talk a lot about 5D and 3D. You know, I have my personal thoughts on those, and I'm not going to get into it, but it says, do you recognize me? So it's on every plane, every level. You know, it's on every atom, every fiber, every molecule of your being. Do you recognize them in you? It says, we are worthy. Yes, absolutely. Good job. He's coming through. I enjoy aspects of your persona. They are familiar to me. And that's why the other card had a naked woman on the card. And he's looking at this woman going, yeah, but it's not who I want it to be, or it's something's missing. I have genuine recall of our past lives together. Nostalgia. Whoa. Love it. I feel your glow. Absolutely, because you're of the light. Again, it doesn't matter what your gender is. You could be a male who's a divine feminine. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. You weren't always a male in this life. Or you weren't always a female in every other life. You weren't always the same gender. So I feel your glow because you're of the light. Keep working on yourself. Keep doing what you need to do to raise the vibration and be peaceful with him. Send him or her waves of love. Don't be angry anymore because that's just going to hinder. It says, at times it confuses me, but I am open to your energy. Yeah, exactly, because he was refusing, or they were refusing to see. I know you are hurting from the choices I've made. Oh, shit. I know you are hurting from the choices I've made. Yeah, so maybe you've still got a bit more growth to do and a bit more healing to do. This card back here was about health, about healthy choices, about in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. Maybe you just need to let go of that hurt and just go, yeah, that was part of the journey. And it says, I am sorry. Are you? Oh, exactly. Because even though they might have hurt you somehow, emotionally, spiritual, whatever, and you're aware of that, there's been times in your journey that you've also hurt them because you've mirrored them. So they might have felt abandoned by you. There's definitely a runner and a chaser in every twin flame scenario, and sometimes the roles reverse. I don't believe that somebody's a runner the entire journey and then, the other person's a chaser. I believe that it gets switched up. So it says, I am sorry, are you? Oh, wicked. Okay, let's see what Beetle has to say. Let's see what the Beetle totem, what Beetle has to. I think of her as a girl because of Lady Beetles, but that's, more than one beetle has different meanings, but this is just beetle in general. Okay. One more, please. One more. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, thanks. So that gave me 9 more. Not really 9. Okay, so it says, release fears. Divine Masculine is releasing fears at the moment, and you need to reflect on this. The beetle is about what are you not unlocking in yourself? What gifts do you have within yourself that are laying dormant that you're not bringing to the surface? Like, what do you need to sift through and work through? There's no errors. The beetle represents self-resilience, because nobody can say to the beetle, look, you're slacking off today, or can you get that paperwork done, or, have you brushed your teeth, or why haven't you had a shower? It's 9 o'clock, or just silly shit, just human things. It's all about releasing your fears. The beetle is about self-resilience, but also being a part of a team. So release your fears. Sun is life. Awesome. So basically, the sun is life. But without the sun, it's very dark. So maybe they've come out of this darkness. Your Divine Masculine is coming out of the darkness that they've been through, and the sun is shining. Now they're realizing, they're sort of poking their head over the horizon going, oh, holy shit. Sun's out, guns out. Intelligent, exactly. Beetles, I don't think that, do beetles have a brain? I don't know if beetles have a brain. I can't remember. But either way, you need to use your brain. They're very intelligent. So don't just always come from a heart space. He's trying to come from a place of intellect as well. But he's now realizing that, the head is connected to the heart. It says days of oldie wisdom. Yeah. With this card in general, that's not to do with the twin flame reading. This is about your ancestors and family in your life, and people around you, and the elders in the community and stuff, just being wise in the stories they have to tell. It all brings us up to where we are right now. It says colonies are to communities. Exactly. So even though it's a twin flame journey, is a solo expedition, and it really is. It's a solo expedition for 2 people to meet at a pivot point. But it's colonies are to communities. So basically, you need to keep going through your journey. They're going to still work on theirs, but you're in their mind and their heart. It's combined. It says fate for real. Yeah, this is about understanding that this is a fated situation, that it's already predetermined, it's predestined. You guys have obviously been together for multiple lives. And it says mini mass effect. So basically, beetles are little, but they have a massive effect on the planet. Like, I think there's the amount of beetles on the planet to a human is huge. I think there's, let's just say there's 100 beetles to 1 human or something. So basically, a mini mass effect. Keep plodding along and working on the little things that you're doing in yourself, because so is the Divine Masculine, and it'll help union. Okay, so now these little cards here are just, I've written dates, dates on. Okay, so it says the 1st. So the 1st could mean something to you when it comes to a date of a month, and also the 20th. Or for you right now, it could be the 21st. And also we have 12 months written out here. It says December. 21st of December, guys. Come on now. We all know what's going on with the 21st of December. And May. And one more. And November. So anything to do in the month, the week of the 20th, or, you know, the 10-day bracket, whatever, the 7 days, 8 days, 10 days of 20th, the 1st, December, May, and November. So that is your messages for the first pile. And I hope this has really been good for you. So, yeah, like I said, I don't usually do twin flame. Hopefully my bloody video doesn't cut out. Okay, second pile. The chunky, stable piece of wood. I love this piece of wood. I was gifted this piece of wood. Okay, so the Divine Masculine is saying to you, the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Wow. Maybe you guys are coming closer to union than what you think. And I said in the other pile, union doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get married, have kids, you know, buy cars, go on holidays and get draped in bling. It doesn't mean that. Union could just literally be back in contact. Remember, these piles are specifically for those not in contact or in separation or what have you. And this, you know, this is what people need to understand. Contact doesn't mean gung-ho, straight into a relationship. It could just literally starting to talk to each other again. Baby steps, guys. Don't rock the boat. Okay, he's awaiting results. Okay, so this masculine is a little more down the line than the other one was. So basically, they know that they've worked. Look, they've had growth, they've been grounded, they've been rooted into the earth. The apple is right up in the heart. They're holding some flowers in their hand. And basically, they're awaiting the results now. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not sitting back working on themselves with this journey, but they are aware that something is coming. Something big is coming because of the hard work that they've been through. They have been through multiple dark nights of the soul. They've had a lot of tower moments, these guys. Okay, here it says, okay, so these cards here are mine, just a little deck that I've made, and they're actual omens, like old style gypsy or what have you, omens. So when you see these or you smell these or these are brought up, there's an omen message attached to these. And herbs. So the omen message for herbs is token, victory, and medicine. So whatever that means to you, you might be planting some herbs. You might have just picked some herbs. You might be putting some herbs in your dinner tonight. Remember, this is a token. There's some victory coming and there's medicine. So medicine means healing. There's still healing going on. Glass, cool. So glass is, the omen for glass is protective, dual, and brittle. So your Divine Masculine loves you, even if they haven't met you in person or you don't know who they are and they don't know who you are, but you are aware that you've got a twin flame out there. And even if you do know them, they are very protective of you and your relationship. They are mirroring your jewel. You're mirroring each other. You're going back and forth between each other. But at the same time, there's still a bit of brittleness here. You just got to be careful because if you drop the glass, for example, it's going to smash. So yeah, but even if you do know them and you're like, again, this is all about not being in union. This is not being in contact. This is about separation, but they're still very protective of you. It says here, the universal lesson of creation. Charity. Charity is an open-hearted gesture of kindness, sharing what you have. Yeah, the DM is realizing and has learnt the hard way, unfortunately, although it's part of his or her journey and lessons. Remember, Divine Masculines can be female in this life and Divine Feminines can be males in this life. So basically, he is realizing that in order to propel or has realized that in order to propel themselves forward, they need to do something from a space of charity. It's about giving. It's about giving your time, giving your energy. It doesn't necessarily mean volunteer work. It might be, you might know what that means in a different way, but this is about just being kind and being giving. And the DM is realizing now, holy shit, I've been really cold. I've been really cold towards partners or lovers or sex situations or hookups or what have you. I've just gotten what I need and I've gone. I haven't given them any energy or any moment of my time. And this is what they're realizing. It's not that hard. It's a charitable thing. Be kind, be gesturous, be giving. Oh God, the divine goddess. So it says, by sinking your roots deep into the earth, you will grow strong and tall. Whoa! Do-do-do-do. Twilight shit. Okay, so he has been, like I said, awaiting results. He has tapped into his divine feminine energy. Your divine masculine has realized that they need to have, again, this is kindness, it's quite a feminine energy, that they need to come from a space of divine goddess. They are realizing that they're equal to you, who, even if they've met you again and even if they haven't, they are aware that you guys are on the same even plane. He's realizing that not everything comes from a masculine or a male outlook. Again, you could be a female in this life, but you're still the divine masculine, because he's realizing that he needs to be a bit more softer, a bit more kinder, a bit more gentler in his thoughts, even just to himself or of herself. So they're realizing that they're in link now. They know they're feeling a little different. They're looking at the world a little differently. This card, Amethyst, hey, represent. It says, trust your intuition. Yeah, this is what the awaiting results card says to me. They're really aware that they have done a lot of healing and they've been listening to their gut. And this is a clear message from them. This is a master healer stone, and it's quite protective, and it's a link to the angelic realm, which is spirit. So this is a message from your DM, like, again, whether you know each other or not, to let you know that to trust your intuition, because they've been following theirs and it's been making them jump leaps and bounds. Look, he's tapped into the feminine energy. Spirit won't let them fall, but spirit won't let them get hurt any more than the level of hurt that they subconsciously feel that they are entitled to or deserve even. So trust your intuition, because they are, and they want you to know that they're healing and spirit is with them and they're awakening to that, or if they've awoken. Now, in the booklet that comes with this deck, it says here, when confronting a problem, do you most often follow what others tell you, what your head tells you, or what your intuition tells you? Looking back, were there times when you wish you could have listened more to your gut instinct? Yes. The affirmation for this crystal says, I trust my intuition. Today, and it says, today make a decision without using your conscious reasoning. It can be something as simple as ordering food. Simply allow your inner wisdom to decide. So the DM is realizing that he wasn't listening to his gut or following his heart. He was coming from a space of what other people were telling him, or doing things that he thought that would be more appropriate from around the traps. Okay, so these are my channeled divine masculine messages. Let's see what we've got here, please, Spirit. Whoa, there's one. Can we have, thank you, can we have more? Ooh, the divine masculine energy from this pile is very self-assured. He's on a mission. You could be coming close to contact. It might just even be contact, and if it doesn't happen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying it feels like it's coming. Now that, again, spirit, there's no time frame in spirit. There's no time. So coming soon could be 6 months. Coming soon could be 3 days. It says, I am restoring my inner beacon. Amen. Of the light. Go, you good thing. I'm so happy for these DMs. I am restoring my inner beacon. And you know what? Kudos to you, Divine Feminines, because you have done a lot of work. Again, I myself am a DM. I myself am a Divine Feminine, and my Divine Masculine, I can feel his energy. It's shifting. I think of him. I smell him. I just know he's there. He's really close to coming back. He literally lives just up the road from me, mind you. But yeah, it says, I'm restoring my inner beacon, because you have done work too. You have done work. Send him as much love as you can. Light a candle if you can, and just have his thought or his energy, or just etch his name into the candle, or his initials or something, and light it, just so you know your beacon's lit too. It says, no body can compare to yours. Okay, so maybe he's a bit of a man whore. Maybe he's been getting a bit freaky deeks with anybody that will oblige. So basically, no body. And it's not so much about you as an individual person. He's saying this is a physical card. No body's body. There is no physical body that gets him rocking as much as you. And even if you guys haven't actually had a physical interaction, and even if you have not met yet, or in person, or unaware of who each other are, they are, your DM is aware that regardless of how gorgeous the body is in front of him, and how hot and how this and how that, they are on an explicit nature, there's something missing. Nobody can compare to you. It says relearn your shadow. So he's been relearning his shadow, and I think that he's not long come through another dark phase or had a tower moment, or has just had a tower moment, and not a very big one. It's a similar energy to the other pile. The shadow is all about yourself. Your shadow is what you don't like about yourself, or what's a bit darker about yourself. And it says relearn. So he's saying to you, can you relearn, or have you relearned? Because I'm relearning mine. It's just a confirmation. Be gentle on us. Yeah, if you're angry at him, you're angry at yourself. There's no second way around it. Just be gentle. Be gentle on yourself as well. You're the best friend I've ever had. Oh, besties. This one says, I enjoy how you make me feel about myself. Oh, fantastic. Keep sending those well wishes and those messages of love to him as well as yourself, or to her as well as yourself. Say to yourself, I love you. And then say to them, I love you too. You know, you're making them get that confidence. It says, I feel restless and cagey. Yeah, guys, no shit. I actually think somebody's about to step through. Gonna have some contact. I think so. These are my little beetle totem cards. The beetle's about, what are you hiding? It's about helping you bring, not hiding in a negative way, but bringing out of yourself what you're keeping within that you shouldn't be, that you know you've got gifts that are hidden, that you shouldn't be hiding anymore. It says, okay, so you're lucky. Beetles are lucky, lady beetles, for example. Beetles are lucky. Luck is on your side. Your divine feminine, oh God, your divine masculine is telling his divine feminine that he's feeling lucky. He likes a game of chance and he feels lucky. It says remain structured. Exactly. This is a message specifically from Totem Beetle, saying that just remain structured. Keep plodding along, keep moving forward, keep doing your job, keep sifting through the shit, keep doing whatever it is that you've got to do in your everyday life, and remain structured. Don't be all up in the air about, oh, he hasn't contacted, or they're not talking, or I'm sick of this shit and he can get stuffed, or they can get buggered and I'm not waiting anymore. Just remain structured. Totem time. Exactly. So if you have a totem animal and you know what it is, we always have more than one. This is the time. Beetle is saying it's time to pull on the strength and the energy and the wise knowledge from the totem animal. Okay, like I said, this is for beetles, so you could probably do a totem spirit meditation or hypnosis or what have you to get in touch with beetle. And magic. Magic is all around. He wants you to know that this journey has been magical for him, even though sometimes it's a bit shitty and a bit shit kick and he's hasn't felt the best and he's learned some hard lessons. He again, luck. He can feel it in his water. He can feel it in the air. Magic. There's a magic element to this. It's unboundable. It's unbreakable. You can't uncross this relationship. So these little ones, are here are for dates. They might resonate. We've got the 6th, the 7th, the 5th, wow, and the 20th, that came out before. 6th, 7th, okay, one more, and the 1st, that came out before as well. Maybe the 21st of December. We all know that's something, Mickey Mouse is happening. I won't get into that right now. Okay, so the dates are, the months that could resonate for you are March, October, August, and January. Okay, guys, I hope this reading made sense to you, and I'd really appreciate a like, a share, a subscribe, a comment. Somebody talk to me. I'd love it. I'd love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. So, in love, in peace, blessed are the witches, Amethyst.